Health is referred to as a state of well-being, emotionally, psychologically, and socially. Interestingly, any lack of it is a mental health problem. According to the World Health Organization, 1 in every 4 people suffer from a mental health problem. One thing is clear, there is lack of professional help and comprehensive research into the causes. Well, today we will be hosting Maureen Gikonyo, a professional in this field, just to shed more light into this topic. I am pleased to be joined by Maureen Gikonyo, the co-founder of Speak Mind Love Foundation. Karibu sana, Maureen.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for making time to speak to us today.
Thank you for having me too.
So first of all, I think going by the numbers that we have and the cases that have been reported about mental health, there is a need for such a conversation. So let's start by understanding what exactly is mental health.
Well, mental health is the state of well-being whereby you're able to function daily with the daily stresses of life, that is emotionally, cognitively, even physically. So mental health, many people think it's an illness. When you just mention mental health, people think that it's an illness. But there's a difference between mental health and mental illness. So mental health is a state of well-being.
And so there are about 10 major mental health disorders, but we have 5 common ones, right?
We have 5 common ones. There's anxiety disorders, where people battle with anxiety within their everyday life. And types of anxiety disorders are like phobias, traumas. I'm sure everybody has phobias. Like for me, I have phobias of traveling. So meaning I struggle with anxiety every time I get into a car. And there are disruptive behavior disorders. Those are like ADHDs that are characterized by aggressiveness. There is mood disorders.
Yes.
Mood disorders, now this is where the most common one falls into. That is depression and bipolar disorders.
Yes.
Yeah, and bipolar disorders, as we know, is characterized by very high mood swings, that is very high highs and very low lows. Yeah, there's conduct disorders. This is we find this mostly in children, where people go through bullying. People become so cruel to their friends, and people, that such things that happen every day. Yeah, then there's eating disorders. That's where where many ladies get affected, but let me not only categorize them as ladies, but also men. And there's pica, where people chew on foreign objects. There's bulimia, where people force themselves to vomit. And there's anorexia nervosa, where people are self-starvation, which I know is mostly common to keep the body fit. People think it's keeping the body fit, but it's actually a disorder. Yeah.
So it's like there's so much besides the depression that most people know about.
There's so much above that. There's so much that goes on in everyday life concerning mental health.
Okay. And you're the co-founder of Speak Mind Love Foundation.
Yeah, I'm the co-founder.
So what exactly do you guys do in relation to mental health?
Well, Speak Mind Love, let me first of all say it was founded last year in December. And what we do is create awareness. That's our major thing.
Yes.
We create awareness on mental health, and specifically depression and suicide prevention. And we have several pillars that guide us in our organization. That is the first one that I've mentioned, creation of awareness. We go to schools, we go to churches, we go to workplaces, just to ensure that these people are very familiar with mental health, because mental health right now is a taboo topic.
Yes.
It's a taboo topic. So how do we ensure that people know about this? We educate them, we give them civic education, and make sure that they are very well conversant with this. We have emotional support. We work with a team of counselors. Every time we go to create awareness, we get people who want to talk to somebody. And how do, me and my partner, we work with a team of counselors to ensure that these people get the best of the best. We work with support groups also, that people come together, those who have a common problem. We create a safe space for these people to speak out on what they feel. We have monthly mental health forums. So far we've held 2, one in May and the other one in June. The first one in May was roles of stakeholders in mental health. And, we believe that everybody plays a part. Not only the professionals, but everybody plays a part in mental health. And that's why we held this event. We have the June one was on single parenthood, because we understand that many single parents go through a lot of mental health issues.
Yes.
Yeah. And we have physical wellness. We embrace physical wellness so much. We have, physical instructor, fitness instructor that guides us through this. And even the walk is part of physical wellness. Yeah. And we have a program that is coming up. We are hoping next year on resilience building. We believe that before you reach this place, that there's so much that has been damaged. That is your self-worth, your self-esteem, your identity. So before we reach this place, how do we ensure that we keep these major things in check? So this program will help us. It will be a 2-month program. So these are the pillars that guide us in the organization.
And I think what I'm realizing from all that is that it goes, it's an all-round thing, that even you're also doing physical fitness. So it needs a wholesome perspective.
Yeah, it needs everything, even eating. Even eating is very important. Having a balanced diet is very crucial in mental health.
Okay. And you have an event coming up?
Yeah, we have an event coming up on the 10th of October. That is the World Mental Health Day. So we were thinking, how do we make sure that we get to so many people on this day? And we decided, let's come up with a walk.
Yes.
Yeah, let's come up with a walk, something that will be fun. Well, the walk will start from YMCA, Kenya. That is along Straight House Road. That is where we'll flag off the event with the county and with YMCA, and now with Speak Mind Love.
Yes.
And we'll walk through Uhuru Highway to Kenyatta Avenue to Moi Avenue, then back to YMCA, where we'll have activities. For that day, that is the art therapy. We'll have talks on mental health. We'll have guest speakers who will be coming. We'll have entertainment, and we'll have lots of food.
Yes. So I think, guys, you need to attend this event. So if you love food, you've had, there will be food. And also if you want to lose weight, physical fitness, then that's the place you need to be. And also if you know somebody who's suffering from a mental health disorder, or even you yourself, please turn up and get the help. So I'm wondering, now that we've said this is a subject which was not really spoken about as openly as it is now, then how did you find yourself in that place? And what was the reaction of your parents when you said you want to pursue this as your career?
Well, it's complicated, let me say that, because as I was going to campus, I didn't really know what do I want to do after high school.
Yes.
What is it that I would like to do that will keep me and will have my life in check? And I was going for business courses, and unfortunately when I was being admitted in campus, but because I was admitted by the government, I was called for education, Bachelor of Education, Special Needs, and I wasn't for it actually. I wasn't for it until I was in that year. That's when I realized this is where I'm supposed to be. This is where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to go helping people, doing social activities, and just being me, because this is me. And my parents are very supportive. They're very supportive of this course and what I do in my everyday life. Even my family and my siblings, everybody is supportive, and I love the support because it's not such a common cause.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah, it's not easy.
So growing up, what did you want to become initially?
Well, everybody has a dream, and I think mine was, I always knew I wanted to do something to help the society.
Yes.
But I didn't know what is it really that I wanted to do. So I used to go with law, I used to go with medicine. So I was saying whatever, I'll just get out to do law or medicine, just to ensure that I'm helping people. Yeah, but fortunately, God aligned me with this course,
Yes.
which is the best course I've ever seen.
So I think for you it's a calling. We could say it's a calling, right? So now, fast forward to now, you've done the degree course in emotional and behavioral disorders, special education. So now, how did you find yourself in Speak Mind Love Foundation?
I found myself here. I was talking to my partner, we were in the same high school. And, one day I told her what I was going through. I actually tell people that what inspired me to start the foundation with my partner is what I had gone through previously, because I'm also a warrior of depression, and coming out of it, let me say, successfully, inspired me to help other people to do this. And also my partner has also gone through mental health issues. So how do we help people now that we've gotten out of it? How do we ensure that people are okay? Because we faced so many challenges as we were going through it. Yeah. So that's just how I found myself here.
Yes. Yeah. And we are happy that you overcame your warriors. I've loved the way you phrased it, warriors of depression, right? So it's possible to actually go through this and overcome.
Yeah, it is actually very possible to go through it and overcome. Yeah.
So maybe based on the experience you had, what would you say are some of the challenges that somebody who's suffering from the same goes through? Because as an outside party, you might not really know what happens.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I'm going to speak on what I went through.
Yes.
When I was going through depression, I was opening up to my friends about how I was feeling and what I was going through. But they didn't really understand why am I behaving the way I'm doing, because depression comes with signs and symptoms. They didn't really understand why I'm not getting out of bed early, why I'm not dressing the way I'm supposed to dress, why I'm not going for my classes, why am I doing this and that. But I was judged. I was judged because I lost these friends. You find people talking behind your back about what you're going through, and this makes someone not open up, because you fear that instead of being helped, you're going to be judged and you're going to be misunderstood, and then you end up picking other coping mechanisms that are not healthy. So I'd say that not having that support system from my friends was a challenge, a very big challenge, because I had to go through this alone. And I used to study in Eldoret, so my family was in Nairobi. So most of the time you want a face-to-face conversation. So reaching my family face-to-face would have been so hard, because I still have to continue with school. I still have to be there to do one or two things in Eldoret. And, the only people I had to open up to were my friends who judged me. Yeah. So I'd say judgment is a very big factor that prevents people from opening up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And are there spaces that maybe at that point that were available for you to maybe reach out?
Yeah. Actually, my mom, there was a time I was just going home. My mom realized that my child has lost a lot of weight. I just entered the door and she cried. She burst into tears, and I was like, what? So what she did was connect me to a therapist who I've been working with up to this far. Even now that I'm okay, I still work with him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think your story is very encouraging, because somebody might be out there and they're suffering from the same thing. Yes. So they're wondering, is there hope? There is hope.
There is hope.
Right?
There is hope, yeah. There is hope. And, just getting the right help. There are professionals, there are hotline numbers to call. And when somebody is going through it, not even only you or even the person, you're a caregiver to somebody, there are very many hotlines to call and professionals to talk to. And I'm even sure that you may be having friends and families who are ready to listen to you. Yeah.
Yes. And you mentioned a few changes maybe in your behavior that were signs of what you were going through. So maybe are there any other signs I should look out for if I'm looking at somebody who's suffering from the same?
Yeah. They're withdrawal symptoms. Somebody doesn't want to, you just want to be alone. You lock yourself in your room, and we don't understand why are you locking yourself in your room. This used to be a very jovial person, but now all of a sudden they want to be alone. And as I said, there can be either high appetite or low appetite. Myself, I suffer from low appetite, especially when I go through stress. So I know there are people who stress eat still and gain too much weight, so that results to too much weight and loss of weight, because I lost 10 kgs in 2 months. Yeah. And you don't have that psyche to get out of bed every day. You don't have that psyche to live. And also you don't care about your physical appearance.
Yeah.
You're supposed to shower, you're supposed to brush your teeth, you're supposed to wear decently, but you don't really want to do these things. And loss of what? I'm looking for this word's always over me. Loss of interest in previously enjoyed activities, like your hobbies, like music. This person used to go for music lessons, drama, but now they are just there. They're just there. So yeah, these are some of the signs and symptoms that we should look out for in our friends: anxiety and low self-esteem. They're always crying, yeah.
So there are a number of things you should look out for. And at that point, try maybe and reach out to the person, talk to them, right? So now if I'm suffering from that and I have these symptoms that we've mentioned, then how do I cope with this?
Okay. I'd say that take walks every day. Staying in the house alone may make you think about a lot of things, being alone. But once you get out of the door and just see people out there, like people are enjoying their lives, people are doing this and this, you just take walks. Walks really help. Pick up a hobby. I know how hard it is to get out of bed every day when you're going through this, but try all you can to get out of bed and pick up a hobby. It may be music, it may be drama, it may be gym, it may be this. Anything that you think you love, please pick it up, because it's going to help a lot. Eat a balanced diet, take care of your body, because it's very important to go to the gym, these things. And also seek professional help. When you feel like it's not changing, please seek professional help, because there are professionals out there who are very willing to help. They're actually working day in, day out to help.
Yes. So there are spaces where you can reach out.
Yeah.
Yes, and I think some of the things that you've mentioned, like taking walks and doing physical exercises, it's very easy, by the way, but they could actually help in a very great way, right?
They actually do help, but I know how hard it is for somebody to do it when they're going through this state, but I assure you these things help.
Okay, and you do so much field work, right? So I think, first of all, how easy is it for people to open up to you when you actually go and reach out to them, and what other challenge do you usually face in your field work?
Okay, it's not so easy for people to open up. You have to create that trusting environment that they can trust you, that they can open up to you and tell you, this is what I'm going through. Creating that trusting environment is normally so difficult. But once you create it, then things flow. Just make sure you assure your client that it's private and confidential. And other challenges that we are going through is that people have not yet embraced mental health. They've not yet embraced that this is an illness like any other. It's like malaria. It's like when you hurt your foot, you go to the hospital.
Yes.
People have not embraced mental health, so most of the times we get denied chances to talk to people, and we will not relent. We are willing to work day in, day out to make sure that this taboo topic has been addressed.
Yes. And are there many professionals like yourself in this field?
Yes, there are very many professionals in this field. Yeah, I know there are so many professionals, because every day campuses are producing psychologists, behaviorists like me, and counselors. There are so many. We just need to embrace it.
Yes, it's a call to the community to embrace the topic. And do you think the government is playing the role it should in supporting such professions?
I'd say they are. Now I've loved the progress this year. that the government is, the progress that the government is going with, because we've had so many, they're talking about it. Actually, I'm very happy that they're even coming out themselves and saying, this is what I'm going through.
Yes.
This is what I've been going through. This is what I have. You know, as they speak, they're also encouraging the society to speak. So I really love the progress this year, and I'd like it to continue. And we also ask them to set up medical camps and medical facilities for mental health.
So at least the conversation is there.
The conversation is going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what would you say is the most fulfilling thing about working in this profession?
Well, the most fulfilling thing is when somebody just tells me, Maureen, you've helped me. Like the state I was in, and
Yes.
now that I've talked to you, I'm a very different person. That gives me joy. I don't even care about the money. I don't care about I just care about that person. How is their progress? Have they healed? Are they healing? That is what I care most about. Yeah.
Yes. And now that you've mentioned the money aspect, true, it's about, making an impact. But for the organization itself, how do you get your funding?
Well, for now we fund it ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm really happy that I'm using my resources to give to the society. Like, it gives me joy. It gives me joy, even though I'm not earning from it. It's okay, as long as somebody is healing, somebody is well, somebody has the thought of suicidal thoughts are out of their mind. That gives me so much joy. It's fulfilling. And it's just everything.
Yes, and I think all the work that you're doing shall not go to waste, because even God sees, so He shall repay you the same way.
That's true.
And as we wind up, maybe what advice do you have for somebody who's wondering, what career line do I go to?
Well, I'd say, let me speak on my part of
Yes.
Bachelor of Education, because many people are not embracing education as a course. Even in campuses, we face so many challenges because people think this is a very low course.
Yes.
And this is a course that is done by very low people. But what I'd like to say is that education is a very good course. That you are helping somebody. It's actually a calling. You're helping somebody make their life. You're helping somebody go through their life. You're helping somebody get what they want to do. So I'd say that it's a very good course, especially when we speak on special needs. It's a calling, it's a very good course, and it's very enjoyable to be in the field. Yeah.
Yes.
So let people embrace it as a course and do it. Let's have more people come to the field. Yeah.
So embrace education as a course.
Please, yeah.
Okay. And so lastly, maybe if somebody wants to get in touch with Speak Mind Love Foundation, where do they find you? And also just remind people about the event that is coming up on 10th of October.
Well, you could reach us at our email. That is info@speakmindlove.org. Yeah, so we'll receive your email and we'll address it. We address it immediately.
Yes.
Actually, I'm the one who addresses it together with my partner, so we'll receive it firsthand. Yeah.
And your social media handles?
Well, we have our Instagram page that is speak_mind_love_Kenya. That is our Instagram page, and we have our Facebook page that is Speak Mind Love, and our Twitter that is SML_Kenya.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So guys, please reach out to these people and help them in the really good work that you're doing, because they're using their education to actually make a lasting and positive impact in society. And remember, 10th of October is World Mental Health Day, right? So we need to turn up for the work. It will be a long...
Yeah, it will be along Uhuru Highway, but
Yes.
we're starting at YMCA. We're converging at YMCA. Then it will be along Uhuru Highway to Kenyatta Avenue to Moi Avenue, and then back to YMCA.
Okay, so 10th October, I'll see you guys there. Thank you so much, Maureen.
Thank you for having me.
On 10th of October 2019, that is on Thursday, we'll be marking the World Mental Health Day, and this year's theme is suicide prevention. So my challenge to you is that you should always check up on somebody, because you never know what somebody might be going through. And also on the 10th of October, that is on Thursday next week, let's come out and support Speak Mind Love Foundation. They'll be having a walk, so let's come and walk and help create awareness about mental health issues.